All right. We're back again. Power rankings. Mid-season for season 8. Mod squad once again. It's me, your boy Quinn, aka Muddy Quinn 630, aka the best. We got some other mods here too. First we got Toth.
Yo, what's up? I'm the coach of the Tacoma Tyrannotars for season 8.
Oh yeah. I'm the coach of the Baltimore Ravens. Probably should have mentioned that. Then we got Allbreed.
Yo, it's Allbreed, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers and season 6 champ.
All right. And then we got finally we have Murray.
Hi, I'm the worst mod, and I'm the coach of Glasgow Glailies.
Joseph is probably going to be joining us at some point, but no guarantees. Anyway, different a little bit from the one we did at the beginning of the season. This time is based on performance instead of just team breakdown, as well as, of course, the coaches. What?
Well, both team performance and the team itself.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I said instead of specifically. Anyway, so
Worst mod.
it was voted on by the coaches, at least I think
14 of the 16.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah. And yeah, so let's get started unless anyone else has anything else they want to say.
They had to rank them 1 to 16, and then we added up all the numbers, and then whoever had the lowest was first, and second lowest, second, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, next. Let's get into the actual list. So first off, we have 16. We have the Daventry Decidueyes, coached by Eddie Land, I think. Total points 203 with an average rank of 14.5. 1-3 -7 record that was inherited.
And none of that was actually his performance, right? That's all inherited.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was all.
I think the only thing this off on is the team, like the moves he's made to the team.
Yeah.
And he took a rain team. You know what this rain team could do without rain? And just got rid of all the rain months.
How many moves did he make? Did he make all of them?
I think it was Pelipper, dropped Pelipper, Mega Swampert, Registeel, Ludicolo, and Cricketune for Alligator, Darm, Geist, Altaria, and Lipard.
Yep. So the first mistake he made was getting rid of Cricketune.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolute power.
Yeah.
On a rain team, you don't really need webs, but on this team, webs would be super nice.
Yeah, I'm also not a big fan of Mega Steelix. I had it a previous season, and it's just easy to prep around. Like,
It seems very underwhelming. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'd be that good.
I'd rather have Registeel on my team than Mega Steelix.
yeah.
Registeel's amazing.
I love Registeel.
Yeah, kill leader of season 1 of the RBL.
Jesus.
That still is amazing to me. I don't know how that happened.
And he does have some good power here, like Ambipom for Alligator, Big Fire Guy, Darmanitan.
Big fire guy. I don't know, because that's Joseph when he gets here. He's at it twice.
I had it last season. Thing's a monster.
Joseph knows a thing or two about big fire guys.
Yeah, he does love his fire types.
His Big Fire Boys. So yeah, he does have some good moves here, but he just inherited such a bad record this far into the season, and the moves he made were kind of underwhelming. So I don't think it's a reflection of him as much as it is the current state of the team.
And we've never seen him battle, so we don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea what his skill level is, so hard to rank somebody higher. Don't know where they fit.
He could potentially be even worse than Quinn.
Oh. Ooh.
Then.
Here's what I think is interesting. Inherits a rain team, drops a bunch of water types, but picks up for Alligator.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, all the water types he had like the 3 water types he had, they were all exclusively rain mons.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah, for Alligator works well outside of rain, especially didn't he get liquidation now as well?
Yeah,
I think he
it's all-
did, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
For
He's
Alligator's
got a
good.
little bit of boost.
Don't get me wrong, for Alligator's good, but
Has Froligator been used in the RBL yet?
yes,
Yeah,
I had it.
I don't
Toth had
remember
it.
it that well.
Toth traded
I
it to
had
me.
yeah.
I don't ever remember facing it.
It's okay. The problem is that it has to set up and
Yeah.
doesn't often get the opportunity to.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be limited that way.
It's pretty good.
I don't,
Yeah. If it sets
don't-
up, that's bad.
I don't think it had its hidden ability when we had it either.
It did.
Yeah.
It did?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I remember that.
Huh? Okay. So I feel like we've discussed that. Let's go on to the next team.
All right. Next is number 15, which is the Reno Acerolas. So we
So-
got Hispanic.
100 points.
Total 190. Average is what again?
190 points.
Yeah, what's the average?
13.6.
13.6 average. 1 and 6 minus 13.
Yeah. So
Wasn't he rated the 4th best?
yes. He
Like
was
in the
fourth.
original power rankings when it was.
Yes.
15?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
so
Hispanic has 1 win. It is a good win, but it's 1 win.
That was
It was a
against
pretty dope win.
Joseph, right?
It's against Joseph, week 2.
Joseph.
Yeah,
that was the Lanoon sweep, right?
Yeah,
I think it
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, also has only played 7 matches.
Yeah,
At
a
least
couple
that-
of like.
At least
Happened,
7
yeah.
as of when we sent out the vote. But I still think it's
Yeah.
only 7. I don't think it's changed at all.
Yeah, it's still only 7.
So my opinion on his team is that he has a lot of good individual mons, but there's not a lot of synergy amongst them.
I agree.
Want to have like all of these mons are top picks for their respective tiers,
Yeah.
except for like maybe Decidueye or something.
I was going to say, I don't think
that.
Decidueye is a top...
So I would agree with that, but yeah, like everything else, like I'm a huge fan of pretty much everything else.
Mm-hmm.
except for maybe
We thought-
Swadloon.
Yeah, the Swalloon, not so much.
I'm not a fan of Electivire,
It was just a
but it's
replacement
a
for
wild
Ariados.
card pick, so it doesn't really.
I think Electivire is a fine pick.
I like Fire's good.
Yeah, I like
Fast enough,
Yeah.
but it is good.
being a wild card. I think it's a good pick.
I just think the problem is, unless hyper offense is his favorite thing to do, he doesn't take hits very well.
No, he has Bronzong and Decidueye, but
And
No,
Mega Latios and Sylveon can take hits.
Like,
Nidoqueen can
Yeah.
take some hits, but none
he's
of
got
them
a
are.
couple.
But there's very few. Just this is a special
Swadloon, though.
attacker. Let me just switch in my wall and take no
Yeah.
damage.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
especially since Bronzong doesn't have reliable recovery. Sylveon's recovery is 2-turn because of Wish.
Relatively frail
hmm
recovery. Then Latias likes to be more offensive.
hmm
Yeah,
I mean, you can run it to be bulky, but it's not going to be taking a lot of hits. Especially, I mean, it has recovery, but
mm-hmm.
and it's not bad recovery, but still, you don't want it to be your dedicated wall because that's not its best thing.
This team is kind of a demonstration that it's more than the sum of its parts.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah.
this is a team that you could probably take almost any combination of 6 and go into, showdown and do pretty well, but you're gonna struggle when people can see what you're gonna have beforehand and can prep for everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of these are very one-dimensional mons as well.
Mm-hmm.
You run enough bulk against this team, or enough, and a good mixture of bulk and offense against this team that's not going to be able to take enough hits to last.
Yeah, I think a big reason why I was able to beat him was because I just had Desklops there taking massive hits despite him having a Weavile.
Mhm.
I was able to just sit there and did a number on his team with Desklops.
I don't particularly remember what worked well for me, but it worked.
Yeah, so I faced him in the last week, so I have to wait for that. Can we move on?
Yeah, I think we can move on. So move on.
Number 14.
Number 14, which is, hey, it's my team.
It's ya boy.
Yeah. 177 total with a 12.6 average. 2-5 record, minus 13. Should be noted that this was sent out before I had my Week 8 match, which has since happened. So it doesn't include that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the thing about this team is I really like the team. The coach is bad.
I mean, I don't think that's bad. Look, he's not awful.
Yeah, usually you do okay in any given match, but you make one or two big mistakes that end up costing a game.
It's Allbreed. SFJ and I were like screaming in the voice chat at you. Like,
Why?
but a totally wrong place.
True. Look, I'm not gonna lie. My match against Pierce, literally like turn 2, I was like, I actually think I've already lost this game.
Yeah.
But
No,
I didn't, so
I'm-
it's fine. Anyway, we're not talking about that game. 'Cause that game doesn't matter to my ranking.
When
Not
I was
at all.
watching that for 5 turns straight, I was like, okay, you go Lando here. Lando is your play here. And then you didn't go Lando.
Look,
I'm just like, what are you doing?
it happens.
Yeah, it's-
all right. I make mistakes, okay?
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
makes them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Some people more
So-
often than others. Anyway,
So the team itself is solid. You did make some transactions recently. You got that Mega Glalie and Archeops, which I like a lot on your
and
team.
Mimikyu.
Yeah.
I really think those transfers were definitely the right move to go for.
Well, speed was a little bit necessary.
What was your mega before?
Bennett.
Oh god, that's right.
I don't think, honestly, Mega Bennett, it wasn't doing amazingly, but it wasn't doing terribly. It was okay.
Well,
For a tier 3 Mega, it was about what I expected.
Yeah.
I just like cringed anytime you had it in there because like everybody knew when you would go for
Destiny
Bond. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, he's definitely going for it now, and you just would always go for it.
and then the one time where it
That
would have worked.
I should have. I didn't.
One time.
Yeah, I like to keep people on the edge of their seats. Usually in anger, but sometimes not. I'm hoping this team works out better than it was.
Yeah.
I like it a little bit better now. I think it
I
functions.
really like the Archeops. It's a hidden threat until it drops below half health.
Well,
And
yeah.
it's just bad. Fast and
Yeah.
bad.
Well, and you can mitigate that with Roost or a berry of some kind.
Yeah,
Or just
it,
run
Berry
after
League.
us.
it likes that berry since it can. Then
Yeah.
use
Item list
acrobatics.
isn't that bad.
No, it's not, because acrobatics.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
We good?
Okay.
Ready to move on to the
We
next
good.
one?
I think we're good to move on, yeah.
All right, next at 13. Oh, what do you know? It's Toth and the Tacoma
It's
Tyrannosaurs.
your other boy.
Total of 176, beating me by literally 1 point. With a average thing of 12.6, 2-6 record, and a -10 differential.
Yeah. First note, get dunked on, Quinn. Second note, I did make some transactions recently, so the Staraptor and the Magneton are new.
What did you drop?
Thunderous T and Mega, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
I like the Staraptor pickup.
Mhm.
I
like both
literally
of them.
every season I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick up Staraptor, then I never do. And I like Magneton too because I told you to take Magneton. So
Yeah. What was the-
Magneton definitely improves your trick room ability.
Yeah.
mhm.
And
That's
the
the
thing I
word.
keep trying to emphasize here is that I didn't intend for this to ever become a Trick Room team. It
just
just sort
did.
of, it organically developed into Trick Room based on what worked well with Mega Camerupt.
I'm trying to remember exactly what, because your draft plan, a couple things you didn't get that you wanted, but
Yeah.
That's why you just go in without a plan.
yeah, Well, his plan was Mega Camerupt, and then whatever develops from that.
Mega camera up and fun.
Yeah.
This team does not look like fun. I'm still remembering that fat game where you just regenerated a guy to death.
Yeah.
And now he's no longer with us.
Way to go! You killed a man.
I still
I'll
gotta
take
play.
that as badge of honor.
I still gotta play this team. Oh dear.
I think I still do too. We haven't played yet, right, Toth?
Right.
Who did you beat, Toth?
Tom via forfeit and Zudo, who's no longer here.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about the forfeit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's hard to obviously tell how a match would have gone.
Yeah, I feel like I had really solid prep for that game.
Wait, didn't Conkeldurr just kind of run through his team?
Yes. Obviously, there's some other support, but he had Mega Diancie and I have Klefki, so I feel like I have really good answers for his threats.
The keys.
Jingle, jingle.
Talk about your match against Stibe, though. I remember that match because you had you had pretty much a guaranteed win.
Yeah, I had.
Then you kind of choked it away.
Yeah, Magirna beat me down because Magirna is
Magirna.
16 at the moment.
Yeah,
It's
I see Z bug moved. I Savage spin outed his Necrozma as he was trying to set up on Magneton. So I feel like that was a highlight, but obviously short-lived victory there.
Yeah, Magirna's not fun to deal with, but what was your thing was it Klefki? Was that your counter to it?
I played him
It was
like,
camera up with that.
Or camera?
yeah. Yeah, and camera got
Oh no. I've played Magirna in League once and I didn't have an issue with it, but it wasn't
Magirna's
Stibe,
just always
so-
terrifying.
Yeah, no, I was worried about it, but I managed to beat it. But also wasn't Stibe that I was up against, and Stibe is something else. So
Next season.
Yeah, we'll get to Stibe in the last third of this.
Yeah.
The good players.
the people actually have a chance.
What's that like?
I don't know. You
I
tell me.
wish I
You
knew, man.
I'm the only one here that's never made playoffs.
Okay. Let's go on to
move
number 12 now.
Yeah, let's move on to number 12. Number 12.
Oh, what do you know?
What do you know? It's another mod with us. We got Allbreed with a
I feel
168
left out
total,
of this group.
12-point average, 2-6 record, -11.
Yeah,
So I'm actually surprised I got ranked so high. I thought I was going to be like 14.
I honestly
Hey, you're-
love this team.
Allbreed.
Yeah,
Allbreed.
this is a really good team.
Yeah, no, it is.
I honestly think like a few things go a little bit differently, and I have like probably a few more wins. Honestly, like if I don't go against the only fucking Scarf Jolteon in the entire game, I win that game.
No,
True.
that was thanks
True.
to me. I suggested that to Nat.
Well, I know that, but still, like that like obscure set isn't run. Like I win that game, and then also against Joey and against Murray, my Jirachi decides to be a crit magnet.
I meant also Hurricane. Hurricane's a fun move.
Well, yeah, the Hurricane was also big, but like, yeah, I've just been like just a little bit off. I feel.
Yeah,
I really like the team. I just feel like
it's such a good team.
I love this team. I'm having fun with it despite only having 2 wins right now.
Mega Gyarados is so scary.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think this team.
It is.
'Cause, I mean, Allbreed, granted, you've had a pretty tough schedule so far. Some
Yeah.
games I think you should have won that you didn't, but overall you've had a pretty tough schedule. Yeah.
What I'm impressed about is how well Dusclops is doing.
Dude,
I'm not
Maybe
impressed
very
by it
well.
at all.
Still a garbage.
everybody scoffed at it, but that thing's a monster.
I'm not
It's still
impressed
a
by it at
garbage
all.
one.
Dusclops
Yeah.
does that, and everyone sleeps on it. That's what Dusclops does.
Still
Before
a garbage
Knockoff
one.
was a super viable move in 6th gen, it got run as like a premier wall
Mhm.
constantly. Then dropped with Knockoff, and people forgot how good it was.
I never forgot.
Oh, I always knew it was pretty
That's
good.
why when we dropped it to tier 4, I'm like, okay, that's going to be my first tier 4 pick.
It's kind of like Well, luckily Type Null has already had a good season, but those are two things that I feel like people don't realize that they're as good as they are.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think every game I brought Desklops, it's gotten a kill.
That's pretty good.
Did they get a kill?
Did I bring it against you?
You did, because I remember like
It might have
trying
gotten.
and failing to leech seed stall you.
I'll go take a look.
Wow, scum trying to leech seed stall somebody.
Yeah, because Bulu was the best way of dealing with
Oh
it.
no, it doesn't look like it got one against you. Okay, but every other one, because I
But no, I think this team's
forgot I
good.
brought it against you.
It works. I mean, yeah, it's really it. It just works.
Gyarados is just terrifying.
I mean, there's
Another thing that I found out this season is how much of a monster Aracanid is.
Oh,
Like with
man.
webs and how hard it hits that thing. Like,
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, don't remind me that I
Under-
completely forgot to prep for it.
Under,
It's
if you
so
set up
freaking
rain, Arachnid will one-shot a Garchomp.
oh my god.
Wait,
Yeah.
it is crazy strong.
Yeah, this thing
Oh, I'm
is
loving it.
a nightmare to fight against.
If Arachnid wasn't so good, I would like make a note that you already have a water and a bug type, but it's just so good that it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they're different, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they do different things.
Durant is fast and he just doesn't hit anything.
Unless you're
And
Murray.
misses.
Yeah,
Lost me a game.
Gotta run Swarm.
Yeah. But Arachnid
Need
is
it.
slow, bulky, and
Yeah.
Also
it's really good.
webs.
Yeah, webs is always nice. And then Mega Gyarados is Mega Gyarados.
Yeah, it's just a monster.
Gyarados just wins.
Yeah.
your Mega Gyarados has been really unlucky though.
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't Allbreed in general just been really unlucky this season?
Yeah.
For the most part, I'd say.
Use Hurricane. That's what.
Except for like that sleep Will-O-Wisp I got on Spanic, I've been pretty unlucky.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to number 11.
All right. Next, number 11, we have Drew and the Oakland Typhlosions. 164 total with an average of 11.7, 3-5 record, -8, but an inherited record of 0-2, -6.
Yeah.
So he's 3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done
I'm
nice
really
work
glad-
since taking over.
I'm really glad that Drew came back because this was going to be the first. He's one of the only two coaches that has been here since season 1. Initially, he wasn't going to be in season 8. And he wasn't in season 8 until we had a drop.
Which was Tokelandia and the Portland Timbers. Should mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either.
But he's here. He's done pretty well. I like a lot of the changes he made to the team.
do
He
I.
got a.
10 changes to the team.
Mm-hmm.
And he made his team less just fat. Which I'm all for that. I have no issues with that.
Oh yeah, that was a lot more fun prepping for this team despite losing compared to like
Same.
the fat team that was here before.
I honestly, the changes that he made, aside from put a Sableye, I'm just not a fan of Sableye. So
I don't mind Sableye.
Sableye used to be better, but because of the power creep the past couple of generations, standard Sableye just doesn't cut it anymore.
Well, also not that. A dark type, have fun with your dark type switching into Sableye every time.
Yeah.
Can't do anything anymore.
Forgot about that.
I always
that's
forget
when
about
you
it.
run the clean stall.
The clean stall, no.
Stall.
But I like the less bulk team. I think Salamence was a good pickup.
Lens is 4-0 right now.
Solomons is the reason I lost to him.
I don't remember
Yeah.
why I lost to him. Oh, I lost to him because of Hitmonchan. Even though I knew Hitmonchan was going to be a problem, I still didn't.
I lost 3 mons to Mamoswine. Because
Boy,
I have
howdy.
a hail team.
Boy howdy.
Boy, howdy the mod.
Was running Snowcloak.
Yeah.
Inside when I missed that.
I don't know how
I
well
still want-
Celestial has been doing overall. I don't know how Toke did with it, or how Drew's done with it.
It's just been sitting on my sidelines.
Oh, really?
Hasn't been doing much.
All right. Well, that's nice.
Ender.
The less Celesteela does, the happier I am.
I don't. Yeah, Celesteela doesn't even like. Yeah, it's done nothing.
Hitmonchan's been doing a lot though.
Yeah, but it's doing Hitmonchan's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, which is surprising.
Hitmonchan beat. And
I know it is very surprising because every season we're always like, the worst Hitmon, and
Garbage.
this season it's doing well.
this is the one time Hitmonchan has done something good.
I think Vade has had it a couple times. Vade likes it, but
It's garbage.
yes, honestly, it's not that great.
Yeah, none of the Hitmons are particularly great in draft format. They all have
Hitmon
niches.
The best one, easily.
Well, yeah, because of its speed tier, but even it isn't the greatest pick in the world. Like, given its tier and the recent fighting type drops, I'd much rather have something like Machamp in that role.
Beware.
Yeah.
Does is Hitmonchan tier 3?
Hitmonchan is tier 4.
Tier 4? That
Yeah.
okay.
Might
Hitmonlee
shift
is
back
tier
up.
3, I believe.
And so is top. Top is tier 3.
I'd rather take a tier 3 fighting type like Sock than a Hitmon.
Yeah.
Unless I really
Yeah, I
need a
agree.
spinner. Unless I really need a spinner.
Mhm.
But Hitmonchan's been doing well, so I won't bash Drew for it because it's been surprisingly well this season.
And he's been doing surprisingly well with this team so far. He's lost some games, but I feel like he's had rougher matchups on those games against, high tier players.
I mean, he destroyed me, so there's that.
Oh yeah, he obliterated you.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Alright.
Right?
We can move on to number 10,
Number 10.
which is Tom and the Giratina Evergrande with a
This was the second.
second highest
Initially?
team, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
147 total, 10.5 average.
And 1.7 total.
Murray, you're behind me, man. 2-5 record, -8
Oh.
differential.
Yeah.
Maybe you cut out a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
The team is just like a god tier
Oh.
team. But he just hasn't been he had a forfeit against me because we just couldn't figure out a time, and
mhm.
time zones made it even more difficult.
Tom's game have been forfeits. One in favor of him and
How
one
many?
against him.
And then I don't know which
Evo
game.
forfeited to him, I
Which
think.
game did he not play?
The one versus me.
No, but he has
He has to make up one, right?
7 games are only on his. So like one.
Oh yeah, he needs to do his week 8 against Nad, I think.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Nad. That's the him versus Nad that needs to happen.
Gotcha. I mean, Shelmet. I don't think Shelmet's done anything, to my knowledge.
I mean,
Shelmet just
yeah, neither is
sold out
Zipstrika
with
because
Butter
Zipstrika is
Info,
trash.
Zipstrika is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna judge him a lot less for his tier 4 picks because I don't expect those to ever be as relevant as his tier 1 or 2 or 3 picks.
True. And if
9
his team
are-
wasn't sand, his electric type would be a bigger deal. But it's sand, so
Mhm.
it's not
Just his
as bad.
non-tier 4 picks are just amazing.
Mhm.
I don't
you've
want to.
got
like, I-
Fire Dragon Steel.
Yeah, I don't want to bash Tom and be like Tom's a bad battler because granted, he's only had less matches than most people because 2 of them were forfeits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got
But-
had less time to familiarize himself with the team.
Well,
And I don't know what his schedule's been. I don't know if he's played a lot of really tough teams so far. I haven't played him yet.
Me.
He played you. Okay, well there's that. But it's not always easy getting these teams to do well.
It looks like he played SFJ week 1 too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Back.
Actually, if I remember correctly though, that game was pretty close.
yeah, it was a 1-0.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of SFJ's games, like early on, were 1-0s, except for like his week 2 one.
Yeah.
So Tom's been doing not awfully each week, but he just hasn't been able to get as many wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I know I do really like his team. I don't know how his team didn't get first.
It's because everyone was terrified of Zudo's rain team, which is now
Yeah.
no longer a rain team.
True.
And it dropped to 16.
Yeah, that's the biggest drop.
Yeah.
3 and 4 are all a lot lower than 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Anything else that anyone wants to say, or do you want to move on to number 9?
No,
Move on.
Solid team. Just had a rough season. Hard time getting in matches.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to number 9, which is
Boy howdy.
Boy howdy.
Boy, howdy.
It's Flounch and the Atlanta Bronzongs. 145 total, 10.4 average, 2 and 5 -4 record.
So before we mention anything else about this team, we have to mention that Flounch swept with Golduck.
Quack, quack. That's enough.
God.
That's
Think-
really enough about this team. I don't know what else needs to be said.
Yeah.
Past that sweep though, like I'd have to say, like I've been pretty disappointed because I feel like he could be playing a lot better than like what he has been doing.
No matter what he does, he swept with a Golduck.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's the real winner of the league in my eyes.
Has he
the
made any
Golduck sweep.
changes? I can't remember if he's made any changes.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Nidoking to get.
Oh yeah, Nidoking and
Diggersby.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that was a good shout.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not awful. Though I still don't know why he has Houndoom.
He peaked early with Golduck, but there is no higher peak.
Yeah. Any has Houndoom done anything?
Died.
Yeah,
It's died
okay.
a lot.
I don't know why he has it still.
He's been trying to bring some weird shit, and I'm just like, what are you doing,
He has
man?
three.
It's,
He has
it's like
3
always
dark
Destiny
types.
Bond.
He has 3 dark types,
Yeah.
and he already has a fire type. I don't understand still why Houndoom is on this team.
It was his last pick, though, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just surprised that he's tried to bring it as much as he has.
You know, he already has a dog. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a big fluffy dog.
Sparky dog.
But-
I am.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Flounch, and I haven't played Flounch yet, but I am a little underwhelmed so far.
Yeah. His like match against SFJ just pretty much like where he was just like he just could not make the right read. Like every time when he was in with Manectric, he'd just try to go for a Volt Switch when everybody else like knew that the switch SFJ was going to switch into Donphan, and he just would not make the prediction. And like I feel like he's been playing way too safe.
See, there's a
What he needs to do.
there are
is
safe predictions. That would be a
use
very
vocabulary.
safe prediction.
I feel like he needs to like, utilize webs more, because just looking at
Yeah, webs would definitely help.
tier 3, his tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1s. Diggersby under webs, Scissor under webs, Volcanion under webs, Machamp under webs. All of them are terrifying.
Yeah, webs like if he can get webs up, like he can do a huge number to people.
And over preparing for webs.
Yeah.
Yeah, good team comp, though. A lot of initiative, Volt turn out the wazoo.
It's like almost like an Alex team.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. Alex. Come back.
We miss you.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're done with this one, so I think we can move on to number 8.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Top half. All right, next, number 8 is Nad.
Mhm.
127 total, 9.1 average, 3 and 3, -4 record. It's a kind of a big jump between 9 and 8.
There's an even bigger jump between. We get to that. That's 8 and 7 is the biggest jump overall.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think he's doing about as well as any of us expected.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
He
Yeah.
is pretty low early on, but I think he's definitely an issue
Yeah.
with his team, which was a weakness to flying types and
Mhm.
of speed, with his trade of Spiritomb to Lycanroc Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say he's been prepping and playing really well, but I know he'd mentioned not having a lot of experience with Gen 7, and that kind of shows at times.
And the other
Well,
thing
the
with
prep
prepping
is
well.
that I've been helping him.
Yeah, when you have someone helping you prep, sometimes it's like I hate prepping. I'm really bad at it. I like having people help me.
That's when you ask me.
Yeah, if you don't understand what the person who's trying to help you is trying to get you to do, it's a problem. I don't know if that's the case with Nad, but he's not super familiar with Gen 7, so it could be a problem.
Yeah. And then he also has things like Combustion, which I just really don't see doing well
Combustion will come 1 week and will win the whole week.
All right, Murray.
It will come eventually.
Well, I'm not doubting it that it will eventually come to a game.
Probably against me.
I hope it's against you. I hope you lose to Combustion.
It'd be poetic justice.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. It would be beautiful. He's got look. If he ever wants to paraflinch, he can. There's that.
Yeah.
Scarf Jolteon. There's that.
Yeah, I hear that wins games.
Yeah, does it really? But this
He's
team
also been using Jolteon in a really unconventional manner. Like, Jolteon's got a fairly limited offensive move pool. He's been using it a lot more as a support mon, like a fast Wish Passer or
a Scarfer.
Yeah, a Scarfer. Against me, he ran Work Up Baton Pass, which was pretty cool. Except when I lost, then it wasn't cool.
It was cool until you lost, then it was aggravating.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think his team's kind of in a weird place where you can. His 2 Gen 7 things aren't the best. They're not bad. Not the best. And
it's a very Gen 6 team.
Yeah, it's a very Gen 6 team.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Gen 7 sprinkled in.
And it's a very, it's very characteristic of Nad, because I've been in leagues with him before he joined, and conventional for him. Like, he's used Mega Venusaur before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it works, you don't have to really change much.
Yeah. I mean, look at Joey with his fire dogs.
Yeah. And Empoleon.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about how much he chose Empoleon earlier seasons.
Oh,
God. I honestly feel like now people would pick Empoleon just so Joseph can't have Empoleon. But I think we're done here.
Yeah.
Let's move on to number 7, which is Jake. Oh, that is a big jump. Oh, wow.
That's 33.
94 total, 6.7 average, a 4-4 record with a differential of 0. The nice Silvally ice there. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Just wait for the next couple of slides. There's going to be more Silvallis with the type icons.
I'm aware. Jake, I think Jake's been doing okay. He didn't play the best against me, but I'll take it because it was a W for me.
Because he mucked up with Skarmory. Even though I told him Skarmory is the answer to stop early on, and then he just lost.
Skuntank.
Skuntank's been doing work.
Skuntank's been doing really well.
Ditto and Primarina, I think, have come to every game.
That's not a surprise.
Prim's definitely come to every game. Ditto, I think, has come to all but one.
And Ditto just makes prep so much harder against this team.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't really set up against anything because Ditto will take your setup. He can scout any site you have.
To yourself, okay, the way I break through his defensive core, like to break through Umbreon, Skarmory, Kofag, or Cradily, I need to set up to be able to take them out, and then Ditto just comes in and then sweeps you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You have to play very carefully around Ditto.
Mm-hmm. Victini's been doing decently as well.
Mega Lopunny, I think, has been doing okay.
It's been doing, but it's not Mega Lopunny standard.
Yeah.
That it's been doing. been his best mon so far.
He
I
is-
think it's like 10 and 6
What was 10 and 6?
prim.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. And Prim just hits like a.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's
Yeah,
a heavy hitter for sure.
He's been running scarfed.
Mhm.
I don't.
And-
Jake hasn't made any moves, correct? It's the same team, right?
What? No, I don't think he has made any. No, he hasn't.
I'm pretty sure most people haven't, especially this high up. But
No, quite a few people have.
There's only a few people that haven't made moves.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah, only five people have not made moves.
I thought there was. Oh, because we had 2 transfers. So
Yeah, the 2 transfers.
and then-
Even like one of the people that transferred made moves too, though.
yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Drew made some other ones. I don't know. I feel like Murray knows Jake's team the best because he helps.
Yeah, this
Jake's
is a
team.
very Jake team. Like Nad and Jake's team, they are very representative of the way they play. I'll go on the wrong side. Never mind. Okay.
All right, I think we're done here. Let's move on to number 6, which is Pierce.
Pierce.
92 points total, 6.6 average, a 4 and 3 -1 record. As mentioned,
This time.
a game. Pierce and I have had a game, but those aren't counted in this ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
We definitely be lower.
yeah. Well, I would assume so.
Yeah. So this, I know we've been saying this is this person team, but this is again a very Pierce team.
He's
But-
brought Finny Pharaoh before.
Yeah, it's a core he's drafted before, Finny, Pharaoh, Dragon type. And it's a core that he does really well with, and he's played it a lot. He's very comfortable playing well with it.
Mm-hmm. This is a very, I guess, standard team. Like the double flying type.
Yeah, I like his. I think his 2 cores are really, really good. It's
Mhm.
like that's one of the strengths of this team. It's nice being able to have 2 different cores with only 4 different Pokemon.
Yeah.
Bringing Drapion quite a lot, and he's been doing pretty well with it.
Mhm.
The forbidden bug.
Not a bug.
That's not a
it's
bug.
poison
That's
dart.
not a bug at all.
Poison
The
dart
forbidden
type.
bug. That's not a bug. You didn't let me finish.
He also has Hitmon, which we've discussed Hitmon before. He's got 3 really underrated threats there with Lickitung, or rather Licky Licky, Spine, and Talonflame.
And Honchkrow.
Honchkrow can't be underrated anymore. It got drafted round 1 before.
Yeah, it's stock rose.
That was a good time.
Yeah, not for me.
So he's been playing pretty well with it. Not as well as you'd expect him to do. He's had losses, obviously. You can see the record right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I think Pierce still has a really good shot at playoffs. I don't know
At the moment, so
every team he's played, but he's 7th at the moment, right?
yeah, 7th overall.
He's just out of it, so he's not out. He's nowhere close to out of it. I feel like there's
Well, no one's out of it yet.
yeah.
Even
I think-
Spanik can make it.
I think like the top 4, maybe top 5 are pretty. I think the top 5.
I'd say it's like you've got kind of tiers, I guess. So you've got the top, are very set in stone.
Mhm.
Like
Ooh,
fourth
Pierce has a
and
pretty tough like second half schedule from what I'm seeing right now.
Who does he have to play?
Okay, so
he
let's
has to
see.
play me.
Yeah, so he has to play Murray. What did I just see? I think he has to play Joey. He has to play SFJ.
Has he played Stipe yet?
Let me try to see.
Yeah, I mean that's already pretty.
I think he has. I think he's already played Stipe. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But like, yeah, he's got some like top tier teams up there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not doing horribly, but that's pretty
He's
tough.
neutral.
I think there's a lot of one thing in his favor is I think it's so honestly like the bottom to like 6 or 7, maybe even 5, that area is all really close.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one team can get hot towards the bottom and move up all the way, or one team towards the top could really start losing and go all the way to 16.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it ends, because if you told me to predict the 6 playoff teams, I'd probably get them wrong, because I usually do.
The Quinn special.
It'd be the bottom 6.
What Quinn special?
That's
There's been
what-
no Quinn special this season.
I know, that's blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy. It's I've grown. I'm an adult now.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the top 5.
All right, number 5, we have Hayward and the Mountain View Mercros.
Yeah.
72 points total. Big jump here. There's another big jump.
Yeah, 20.
Average
Yeah.
of 5.1, 5-3 record, +7 differential. Neck is here.
I would like to point out the emphasis on the neck right there next to his logo. I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
It's important. It's the most important part
Yeah.
of this slide.
Yeah. So he's been playing really well with a really good team. His top 3 picks here are all hyper offensive, and that really fits with his play style. So he's got that he can just obliterate teams with, and there aren't questions to Blacephalon, Zygarde, and Mega Glade.
I think Mega Glade's +8 at the moment.
Probably. I know like that he's been doing a number with that with him this season.
And it's also always nice to have Zygarde, because Zygarde.
Yeah, Zygarde's just really, really good.
It's Zygarde. There's not much else you can really say about it.
Yeah, like
All on it really is lack of Stealth Rock. That's the one thing that can make it better, really.
I think I haven't played Hayward yet, but I do. One thing I do like about his team is his cores are very unique. They're very different. I think that they're in a way kind of weird, but I really like them at the same time. I don't know who his fairy was.
So Valley.
Well, I know now. I said, does he? He didn't always have Valley Fairy though, did he?
I don't think so.
I think he
He
picked it
had
up.
before. He had Ferroseed before, and he had something else there.
Um,
I don't think he had a fairy before. I think he had said he had a Quagsire, which he exchanged for Neck, and then Ferroseed, which he exchanged for Savali.
Valley. Okay. Yeah. I
I
think
didn't have a fairy until then.
that sounds right. I like Savali Fairy. It's not awful. Savali's pretty good. Especially
There was
from-
a large increase in the amount of neck there as well.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually kind of a mandate.
Yeah.
He probably would have been like 10th if he hadn't picked it up.
Yeah.
A team without not Hayward's team.
Yeah. Oh, Nick. I don't really know if there's anything else other than the fact that he actually drafted Nick. Well, didn't draft it. He picked it up,
Picked it up.
which is good enough.
It's because Ferroseed actually does not have a neck.
Oh, yeah, that's
whatsoever.
right.
Mm.
You see, that's because I think I remember he was like struggling a little bit, like kind of like winning and losing like every other week. But
Yeah.
since picking up Neck,
Not as many
now he's
issues.
5-3.
And hey, and he if he actually spent more time prepping, he could be even higher here. But I won't bash him for it, because if you want to play in class, that's fine.
I mean, it seems to be working for him, so might as well not break it.
He's not suffering. He's not struggling. Has Frogadier
yeah.
done much? I don't think it's been like anything crazy.
Frogadier hasn't come yet, I don't think.
I feel like it came once, but I'm not positive.
Nothing.
It has not.
Okay. Well, it's his ace in the hole. He'll bring it eventually, and it'll sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can bring the Protean version of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something to be fucked with lightly.
Yeah. Zygarde and Protean Frogadier. Best combo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you like.
But I think we're done with the neck.
Mm-hmm.
So we can
Time to
move
go
on
top 4.
to number
Top
4.
four.
Top 4, here we go. Number 4, we have Joseph. 62 points total, 4.4 average, 5-3 record, +2 differential. One of the things I think is really interesting, I want to mention this. There are a lot of similarities. Not a ton, but there's 2 very big similarities between this team and Spanic's team, which is the Lottie with the Sneasel Weavile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Joseph's team is just better built.
I think it's because like he has first 7 really. Like they're all ones to deal with. Like you need specific threats for each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe Cabalion. No, you still need a answer to Cabalion because that Cabalion is the only reason I didn't 6-0 him. We've done 2%.
I'm honestly a little upset at his fire type choice this season. Even though he's been doing really well, it's not a Joseph fire type, honestly.
He needs a fire dog.
Well,
That's-
you can't knock the man down because he's like finally branching out past a fire dog.
Oh, I'm not. It's a little weird. I don't know if I'm used to it yet.
That's fine.
But Volcarona's been doing well, so
Yeah.
it's Volcarona. Volcarona's a pain if you don't prep correctly. And of course, we mentioned in the last power ranking that he's all these 4 times weaknesses, and it's working. He's not suffering
One
because
HP
of it.
rock, HP bug.
Water
HP
grass.
covered grass.
Yeah. Fighting.
HP.
Yeah, there's a lot of there.
Yeah. And it's working for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good Joseph for you.
Yeah.
You'll make it work no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good
Like, but
point.
one thing you could improve really is possibly Scyther and then drop one of Silvally normal, Kamala, because I feel like that's a little bit redundant
Yeah,
having both of them.
because they're both hazard removers now.
Both hazard removers, both. Maybe not so.
I feel like Joseph commonly waits until towards the end of the season to make moves.
Mm-hmm.
To prep for playoffs, which is I think probably what he'll do again. So I wouldn't be surprised if he drops one of those 2.
Yep.
But that's Joseph's thing, just waiting until.
Yeah. And another part of that is you have a much better idea of what you need prep for in playoffs later in the season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you get to see what's working and what's not. Like,
Mhm.
if Kamala is doing terribly and Silvally's doing well, well then okay, I'll go for dropping Kamala. If they're both doing about the same, well then you have that choice. But I think that he knows what he's doing. He's been doing well in his career, so
Only guy to make playoffs every season.
Yeah.
And that's why he's waiting for playoffs because he knows he'll be there.
Trying to make it a 3rd straight finals appearance.
But he doesn't know he's always going to be there because
No,
there
he
were
does.
seasons where he's like, "Oh, I didn't think I was going to make it." I think season 3 he barely made it.
Okay.
I think it was
Yeah.
I think it was the 4th seed season 3.
There are a couple of seasons where it comes down to the last couple of games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, season 3 there was the 0-5 scare for him, like
Mhm.
second to last week of the season. Not trying to brag or anything, but
Yeah.
he's pulled through. He's made it every time, and I don't doubt his team again this season.
Yeah.
But we can move on to number
Yep.
3,
Yeah.
which is Stibe and the Metagross Magnitogorsk. 37 points total, 2.6 average, and a 6-1 +14 record.
Okay, something I want to quickly point out. he's won 2 matches solely based on Focus Blast miss. But
the thing is,
definitely
didn't SFJ get like kind of lucky against him in their matchup?
yeah.
So I think he was supposed to beat SFJ until like I can't remember exactly what happened. But,
Jake would have beaten him
yeah.
if Focus Blast landed.
Yeah. But
I don't remember who the other one was, but Focus Blast missed again.
Focus Blast is always a calculated miss. Like, if you don't want to risk the 70% accuracy, then you can usually bring another coverage move or another mon, or, worst case scenario, bring a Z move for it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He said that he's never bringing Focus Blast again this season.
yeah.
I don't blame people who don't want to run Focus Blast anymore. Though I haven't had the worst luck with Focus Blast, but it hasn't been great.
Yeah, I will avoid running Focus Blast. I'll usually avoid drafting things that have to rely on Focus Blast, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never afraid to do that. I like to gamble. I go all in on Hurricanes and then miss and then lose the game.
My thing with Focus Blast is if I need it, I'm running it. If it's a 50-50 between that and something else, most of the times I won't run it.
Yeah,
but I'll run it if I have to.
And also, Magirna.
Monster.
Magirna is 18-2.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Magirna is the reason I lost the game, because he whittled the rest of my team down, all of the answers I had, and then I think the first thing that died in front of Magirna died to a burn or rocks or something, and he got the soul heart boost, and I just couldn't deal with it after that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Magirna is not fun.
He's just kind of built a team which can support Magirna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's got a nice trick room option with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know that since he decimated me with it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Rotom, because it's actually not doing terribly.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of on his team is the Vileplume, but I guess with Strength Staff, it's more viable than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this team's best thing is that Magirna is so good that you have to prep for it, that he has the ability to also kill you with other things.
Yeah, it doesn't just solely rely on it.
If you prep just for Magirna, well, you're going to lose, and if you under prep for Magirna, you're still going to lose.
No matter what, you're going to lose unless your name is SFJ.
Yeah.
And I really like the change he made, just pushing out Mega Absol for Mega Ampharos.
Mm-hmm.
It just really nicely with his team. It really lends itself to the more different option.
Mm-hmm. And it's Ampharos too.
Mm-hmm.
I love me my Ampharos.
Gotta love the hair.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think we're ready to move on to number 2.
Yep.
There's only 2 teams left, so
And they're both undefeated.
what's it gonna be? Number 2. Oh, it's the Miami Don fans, coached by SFJ. 28 points total, an average of 2, with an 8-0 record plus 23.
He's
Yeah,
been doing amazingly. SFJ is just an amazing battler.
yeah, he's very good. I think so. I'll say why I put him 2. I put him 2 mainly because he has lower differential and his early season wasn't as good as his later season has been. And
I put him 2 as I think I put him number 1.
I ranked him 2. I think solely because well, not solely, but a big thing was about how he did get lucky against Stibe.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was a big reason why I put him 2. And then if I remember correctly, I think Murray's had a tougher schedule. I'm not entirely sure though.
I'll get to why I put Murray number 1 when we get to Murray. But
Yeah.
I think SFJ's big thing is the last power rankings one that we did that didn't end up working out. To me, it was a lot more definitive in my eyes that Murray should be number one. This time was closer than before because I think SFJ has been on a much better trajectory since his early, not struggle because he hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
His first 4 matches were 3 1-0s and then a 6-0.
Yeah, so he's managed to pick up. He struggled a little bit against me, but I once again choked and didn't play as well as I could have.
So
But
I put SFA as number one, and the reason I did is he's just utilizing all of his bonds more creatively and better, which I feel like makes him more diverse than Murray's, which is a little bit more straightforward. You know, like Bulu's always a Bulu, but SFA ran Azu as a Parish Trapper.
He's been being quite innovative with his Azu.
Yeah,
He's run defensive
points on
curves.
here.
He's been really putting in work with Lycan Rock Dusk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damage.
He, Blossom ended up working out as well as it could have due to some unfortunate hack, but the fact that Blossom did anything, I feel
That's
how well he's doing.
that's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's a shame that he, just before Intimidate got released.
yeah,
Yeah. It's rough.
but who would have known?
Zoroark though, so I honestly think that's better than what he had.
Yeah,
The
Zoroark's
Zoroark
good.
it.
I like Zoroark.
Zoroark's
with production
annoying to
of-
deal with.
And I think he'll use it really well because he can mind games.
Yeah, SFJ is someone who I think, of everyone that could have Zoroark, I actually think he would be the best with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to see how well it does by the end of the season. Because it's fun to use, 100%, and it's annoying to prep for.
And it's annoying on Showdown because it breaks.
Oh, yeah, it does do that.
So-
I forgot about that.
Here's a fun fact. I think between this season and last season, he only has 3 total losses, and 2 of those came from playoffs last season.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he's on a roll still.
He's like steamrolling the RBL lately.
Yeah.
he's just gone for rollout.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
So he got put in the B-League season 6
Barely.
pure based on differential, and he was like on the cusp of being A-League. He won with very little hardship the B-League, and then he got moved up to the
An
A-League.
Aether.
Season 7, he won the A-League as well.
Yeah. So he's the team to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
And probably will be for a little while.
He's the best coach, best team overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that means we're ready to move on to the number one, which we already have said who it was. So
It's a me.
it's a Murray with the Glasgow
It's a me,
Glalies.
Mario.
22 points total, 1.6 average. Also undefeated with a plus 29 differential.
Something I want to mention quickly. If I'm really hoping that both SFJ and I win our week 9 matches, because then in week 10 it'll just be
The
showdown
decider of
between
who's
the
number
2
one.
undefeated. Really looking forward to that, but also terrified.
Yeah, I think Murray's differential is really good because at the very beginning of the season, it was just big win after big win after big win.
5-0, I think it was 5-0, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0.
Yeah.
Two
So-
2-0s.
And then since it's been a little bit less, which is how SFJ has caught up, but it was not this close
Mhm.
at
Mhm.
earlier in the season.
It was like 20 and 9.
Yeah, there was a big gap before. It's a little bit closer now, but I still think Murray's played some good teams. He hasn't had to play Stibe yet, as we've
Yes, Dive and SFJ, I think, are my 2 biggest opponents, which I'd
But-
face week 10 and 11.
But Alolan Ninetales, that's about enough to explain. Alolan Ninetales has been Still hasn't died, to my knowledge.
It's not even just Alolan Ninetales. It's also that fat fucking fish.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Alolan doing a lot of work.
Those two, I think, combined have like just shut teams down to where they're unable to break past him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just able to whittle them down through that, and then like slap him with Bulu, slap him with Thundurus. Like he just gets to sit back. Like you can't bring a fat team against him because he's just going to
Wallace.
wall you out. Yeah, wall you. You're not going to be able to do anything. He's just going to win that battle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can, out-fat this team because I almost did it in our match. I brought Block, Leech Seed, Toxic, Tangrowth, and just sat there in front of his Aloe, eating hits. And
But I talked to
slowly
you.
died.
Slowly died.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
this is not an
without
easy team.
also slowly dying.
This is not an easy team to break apart, and then it can also break you apart. So
Yeah.
I really like this team. I don't remember where you're like 3, I think, right?
Third. Yeah, I was third.
So
I'm the only one in the top 4 from last time, not to just plummet down. In fact, I've risen.
mhm. So I mean, it's a good team. We've known it was a good team from when we first saw it, and it's performing well.
I've made 2 transfers since the start. I think I made them week 2.
Yeah.
So I got rid of Uxie and Palisand for Alola and Mudsdale. Definitely, I think I made the right call there.
Yeah,
Sandslash would be like
I'd agree.
Sandslash is just so scary for other teams.
Mhm.
Use.
and then
Except
Mudseal's
when-
another option to just like soak up more hits too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you use Mudsdale really well, and that's saved you a few times.
Yeah, I've only brought it like once or twice though so far.
Yeah.
But like those weeks, it's been doing work.
Yeah, it's been critical for you when you have brought it.
All my mons, like I've doing at least some work, and I
Mhm.
brought all of them. So yeah,
I think Tapu Bulu has been done a little bit less work than I expected, but it's still Tapu Bulu. So
yeah.
sorry,
Like the
to
main
Bulu.
thing that Tapu Bulu has done has opened up doors for mainly Holucha.
well, not even
Well,
that.
Holucha hasn't been doing much either.
You look at your team, you see Tapu Bulu. Your instant thought is, oh, I need to make sure I don't lose to Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu doesn't come, you still lose.
No, Tapu Bulu would still probably come just because Holucha is so fun.
Yeah, well, you didn't bring Tapu Bulu against me, and I still lost.
No, because it had
Well,
a bad matchup.
True,
And plus, I didn't need it when I had Sandslash.
true. But yeah, this is the
Something-
number 1 team.
Something that like mentioned to me is that he's surprised, and I'm kind of surprised as well, is 1 week I brought physical Thundurus or like physical leaning mixed Thundurus. And that's just because its physical moves are just a lot better and plus defiant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working. It's not. I mean, it's not a bad set.
Yeah, I think it's on the leaderboard right now. I've got 2nd and 3rd. Only Migurn is ahead of me.
I think it's 3rd. It was 3rd last time I checked.
2nd, Thunderous 3rd,
Mhm.
Migurn 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm still upset that Alolan Ninetales has not died yet.
Just not going to bring it for the rest of the season.
I was ready to break it down, but you didn't break it or bring it to me.
I didn't.
That's what happens.
It will bring it, but then I play tested against. I realized, like, I think I didn't have T-Tar. Then just got destroyed by Moltres.
Yeah,
I was just like, well, Ninetales isn't really doing much here. It's up Veil. So I brought in T-Tar.
And look
yeah.
at
No,
that.
But
I had plans if you did set up Veil and stuff. Like I wasn't like too super worried about it, which is why I was hoping you'd bring it so I could like be the first one to take it down because I felt like I had a decent chance to do that. But then you didn't take it. I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lose without getting that satisfaction.
Well,
It's been a bit underwhelming for me. Like, it just looks so good against every team, and then it never really gets the opportunity to do what it wants to do.
what is that?
Sharpedo.
Oh, yeah, Sharpedo's. It can do really well, or it just doesn't do anything. Pretty much every time.
But works with Aloe. I've got fully defensive and fully offensive on my water types.
Yeah, and it works.
Mhm.
But I think that's everything. Unless
That's all
anyone
I
has
have to
anything
say.
they want to say, just in
Give
general.
me more praise.
No, I'm not giving you more praise. You don't need it. I do want to say shout out to the 2 youngest coaches for both being 1 and 2.
The second youngest. I'm not sure how Jake and I line up.
I'm pretty sure you're younger. We've had this discussion several times, and you and SFJ, I'm 99% sure are the youngest.
Okay.
So, shout out to that.
But yeah.
Kids are taking over the world. It kind of scares me. But yeah, if anyone has anything else they want to say, I think I have nothing else.
I've got nothing.
That's all I got.
More
Nope.
praise.
I'm not giving you more praise, Murray. So I guess we're going to end it there. I'm sure we'll do another one of these at the end of the season.
Just look over final standings.
Final
something.
standings? I don't.
Maybe.
Are they on here? I don't know if they're on here.
No.
It's gonna be great at post.
I think it's gonna be. Look, here's what I'm gonna say. I think playoffs are gonna surprise people. That's what I think. Because top 4 and 5, I think Hayward's in a pretty good position.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joseph's in a pretty good position. I think the top 3, for obvious reasons, are in a pretty good position. There's that one spot that people are fighting for right now.
Some below.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Like 6 through. Actually, no, just 6 and below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's
Like
it's
6
it's
through
it's
8
open.
and 9 below.
Any team that gets hot could get hot enough to get in, or they could just miss it, or whatever. But that's the good thing about being in the middle of the season. It's pretty close. And I don't recall a time when it was this close with this many teams. Because I think when we did it season 3, it was just like people were blowing other people out of the water and whatnot. But the season's been fun. It's been a lot of interesting matches, and people are performing well overall, I think.
It's quite something.
Mm-hmm.
Just over a third of the coaches are 2 and 5 or 2 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's probably the cluster that's gonna have to. It's gonna have to break up somehow.
Oh, well, yeah, eventually it's going to break up.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my massive win streak.
we're all waiting for our massive win streaks.
Just start bringing acclimated in rain. That's all you need.
Actually, no. Murray doesn't need to wait because his has already happened.
I'm waiting for the end of mine.
True. Well, there's no.
Hopefully it will be-
I tried to end it for you, man.
Well, there's
But
no.
you didn't.
There's no David, so.
Basil can dodge
There's no
hard
David.
things. Yeah, David isn't here. I'm just going to go 15-0.
You hope.
And David's not here.
You can
My win streak's go on forever.
All right, so we're gonna end it here. I don't know if anyone wants to say their names again. I don't think we have to, but we can if we want to.
Now we Gucci.
Remember that.
Okay. So yeah, that's it.
Bye.
Stunt or die. Blondito
Adios.
needs to die.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.